late, but hopefully it won't be. It's not too much of a problem. I know it takes a little while for everybody to get on board everything, and no viewers in yet, but that is a-okay. Just wait on everything. I am streaming from my phone again, which I'll talk about a little more later, because my internet still is not that great. So having to do it works. So and there's a lot of space here too, so I need to fill it in with something. I'll really want to start talking about fragrances again. And try to look some stuff on the thing. Some stuff on this. For those of you watching, it was soon touching the screen, so hopefully that's not going to be too much. Retouch off. There we go. There we go. So I hope that's a little easier to look at. I hope the quality isn't that bad. I think it'll be better on the rewatch. So hopefully the light isn't too dark either. Try to keep it pretty similar to how the camera lighting is and how everything else is on there. So just waiting for people to come in. As people come in, we will start discussing some things. So just want to catch up. I haven't been alive in a long while, mainly because I've been busy. But the main reason is that I'm busy, and the second reason is because my internet still isn't great. I would rather do things on the computer from the main camera, but streaming through all of that and using OBS, it just does not keep up. I do not have a high enough strength Wi-Fi and enough, I guess, megabit per second to effectively pump out a live feed. So mobile for some reason works better. I know it's probably less megabits per second and it's easier somehow, and not having to go through OBS to keep up with all that. So that's why I'm using this. So hopefully the audio comes across okay. It's not going to be the best audio. 2 people watching. What up, whoever you are? Comment down below. Let me know. Jocelyn, hi. How you doing? Concord Stargirl said hi. How y'all doing? What are y'all up to today on this Saturday at 5 p.m. or maybe it's not 5 p.m. where you're at. But let me know what you're up to. Boomstorm's tripping. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see y'all. I'm viewing from the live chat here and on the thing. How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm doing a-okay. Oh, 18 viewers in already. That's awesome. I just got into Alabama, so you're on a drive. Be careful if you're driving. Don't be watching too much. Hopefully it's a good listen, at least when you're driving. Jade, I guess that's Jade, says hi. Tusley Jimmy said hi. How y'all doing? Oh, thank you. Very welcome. What are y'all up to today? What are y'all wearing? I know this is a fragrance thing, so maybe if you're wearing any fragrances. Jason said, welcome to Alabama. Santana, what up, my man? What's up, brother? How you doing? What are you up to today, my man? What are you wearing? What do you have going on? What trouble are you getting into? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, I'm back on the mobile stuff on the phone. Not the usual nice setup I like to do, streaming through OBS, having overlays and all that, because my Wi-Fi still is utter crap. It is not good. I tried to give some space and time, hopefully to upgrade, but my internet provider is not very on board. They are not very progressive, and trying to get a hold of them to do anything takes forever. So it may be a while before we do the main setup with the camera and the overlays, the OBS and all that, because I just don't have the internet to keep up with it, and it lags. It lags so much, and it freezes. The audio's good, but it does freeze a lot in the visuals. King said, what up? Respect from Newfoundland and Labrador. Wow, all the way out there, how y'all doing? I know y'all probably have a lot cooler weather than what we're having here, at least where I am in the south at least. But yeah, how's the weather over there? I'd love to be in that. Then again, I know the northeast part of the U.S. is hitting a good heat wave, so any of you on the East Coast probably are way worse off. Santana, Sunday, Mont Blanc Legend Blue. Dude, I still got to get that. I still got to get it. Like I said, I don't even have the regular Legend. I don't think I'll buy the regular Legend. I think Legend EDP is where I'm going to stick at. But I do want Legend Red and Legend Blue. D. Chad said body. Yeah, dude. I should freshly shaved today as well. So, like, freshly smooth and waxed up. So, I got it slick going on. because it won't last long though. It grows out pretty quick. But 1V, man, we dropped way low. But dude, yeah, Legend Blue. I heard it's a good in between of Percival by Parson Molly and Abercrombie Fitch Fierce, but a little more minty, fresh. I do want to get it. I really, really want to get it, but it may be a little bit. There's a whole list of things I'm trying to get. I have an order coming in now. Order in a couple of weeks that I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, while we're on this live, I know we're talking, catching up, doing Q&As and things like that. And like I said, anything I want to discuss with, as far as fragrances or cheapies in the chat, please let me know. Like, just ask me questions, talk up some stuff. But I will be doing a live reaction to 2 that I bought last night. It is Polo Sport, the older formulation, not the original vintage, but it is the older formulation style and not the newer one, which I do have the newer one, so maybe at some point I can do a comparison. And Chrome Legend. So actually, which is weird because someone just commented and asked me about Chrome Legend, and I said I don't have it, but I do want to get it, and I picked it up that night. So in a little bit, we'll open those up and discuss them. But it said it'd be incredibly foggy and wet here. Dude, well over half the days in the year consist of fog. Man. But I bet the temperature's a little better, but it probably gets a lot colder though. But yeah, man. Mondo, do you decant or trade or anything like that, or are you just tanking the cost of these bottles? I think I'm just tanking the cost at some point. I mean, ones that I don't wear, I either give or sell off. I try to sell off more local, like friends and family, or like recently, Father's Day was coming around, and I had some people from my work that was like, "Hey, is there anything that you're selling? Because I want to buy, my son this, or I want to buy my husband this." And I brought some fragrances that I'm selling to work, sold it off there, made it almost $100 worth on that. So most of the time, I will just sell full bottles with the ones that I either don't wear or want to do away with. But sometimes I'll just give some things away. Like if it sits in a bag or sits in a section where I'm trying to sell for too long, I'll just give it away because I know nobody's going to want to buy it. So, but I thought about decanting for a while, but it just going through the shipping costs and trying to get all that out. I just have not wanted to do that, but it may get to a point where I have too much and I decide to do it, or at least on certain ones. Maybe I'll buy an extra bottle and decant out on that. But I've had people ask about that a good bit. I just haven't decided if I really want to commit to it yet. But there's actually some other things I want to do in the future, and I'll get into that maybe later on. Jason, what part of the South are you in? I kind of don't. Okay, so I'm very weird. I kind of don't want to give away my location yet, just because I'm weird about certain things on the internet, certain private information. I know, like, even Ash hasn't given away a whole lot where he is. He's finally recently talked about where he's from. I'm pretty sure he's from the northeast part of Tennessee. I finally found that out. I know Ross is from Florida. He was in Louisiana. And Nate from Paragon Fragrances talked about how he's in, not Wisconsin, but the Midwest somewhere. But maybe I'll talk about it. I'll give you a little hint though. I'm doing a Q&A coming up. Whether I should or not, I'm going to. It may be like an annual thing. Just whatever current subscribers want to talk, ask questions. I'm doing a Q&A post, I think in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that. You can ask that question if you're not the only one asking it, and I'll do a video on the Q&A coming out later. So if someone asks that question, that Q&A post, I will give the answer in that. But I'll just say I'm in the. I'm on one of the coastal states. I'll give you that much. If you don't want to do the work decant, you can do a revenue sharing scheme with someone who will do the work. That's true. Yeah. I guess I just haven't looked into it that much to see who would do that. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't given it a whole lot of thought. I'll go ahead and give out this that I am wanting to get into perfumery. I have bought a beginner's kit and I want to get into that. So maybe at some point in the future, I'll actually try to do my own perfume brand where I'll try to do cheap perfumery and maybe not like clones per se, but just fragrances that I make that I'll sell on the cheap if at all possible, and I can do it that way. Maybe that'll be the extra revenue or my sharing process. But yeah, I still want to get into perfumery in general anyway because I just love learning that kind of stuff. Even before I was collecting, I wanted to get into creating fragrances. But yeah, if you don't want to do the work with decanting, I can do a revenue sharing scheme with someone who'll do the work. If you know of anybody, comment below or give me someone like a name or a link and maybe I can see if someone else can do it for me. But I thought about it. I just, like I said, haven't committed to that work yet. But yeah, I don't know if I have enough to decant. That's the only thing is I don't know if I have anything that is worth decanting. Most of what I have are cheapies. Smaller percentage than that are designer, and an even smaller percentage of that are designer or indie. I mean, not designer, but niche or indie. So I don't know if I have enough, that will be decantable or decant worthy. Ganya, I'm in Alabama myself. I'm very close. I'll give you that, Jason. I'll give you that hint. Very close, very very close. If not a neighbor, if you can guess it that way. Have you ever noticed that the lavender note in these fragrances are danker and mildewy as compared to the lavender in women's lotion and stuff? What's up with that? I don't know. Maybe because it's more masculine leaning, and there's also a lot of different quality of lavender. There's a lot of synthetics and there's a lot more naturals. Because lavender is a very expensive raw material to source, especially the more pure and higher grades you get. But maybe because it's the quality of it, and there may be some danker, mildewy ones, more like watery, aquatic ones that appeal more to guys, and more of the kind that goes to women are things that are more floral and a little more lighter. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. What's up with that? I don't. That's what I'm guessing. And a lot of the lavender that's marketed to guys probably are more on the fresh side, to keep from being too feminine, floral. Hi from Scotland. Okay, awesome, dude. Polo Blue Parfum. Man, I really want to get Polo Blue Parfum. I've come so close to buying it. As far as testing it and wearing it in store and out and about, it is probably one of my favorite Polo Blue flankers. It really is. I really want to get it. In fact, that'll probably want to be the next designers I buy, aside from one that I've gotten so far. But yeah, man, yeah, you're smelling good today then. That's perfect. It's a good all year round Polo Blue flanker. I love lavender, especially in the Fougere fragrances. Same, man. Which means lavender is like an aromatic floral. It's between the two. Some things can get more aromatic, some things get more floral, but it is a fleshed out masculine scent note. It's in everything. Everything masculine. You can't find one fragrance that probably doesn't have it somewhere in the mix, especially if it's a very well appealing, mass produced one. Especially like you said in the Fougeres. Old school stuff, man, they filled it out with florals. It was powdery, soapy. They put aldehydes with it. Yeah, man, lavender is very, very versatile. And there's a lot of different scales of it. Like I said, the more pure that you get with lavender, it gets very smooth. A little more floral too, but yeah. I ordered a Club Louis Intense Man cologne from Amazon. Good or bad thing to do? Will I get a fake? What are your thoughts on ordering from Amazon? Where do you order from if you have to? I order all the time. Hardly do I ever order in-store brick and mortar, unless it's a designer that I just can't find anywhere else. There's places like Perfume Villa, and there's Fragrance Outlet, there's Perfumania. I will rarely buy from them unless it's an exclusive fragrance to that store, especially if it's from like a creator who, like Ash from Gentsense, his collaborations with Michael Malone. Those are exclusive to Perfumania and Fragrance Outlet, and a lot of times they will have way better deals in those stores than you can get online from Michael Malone's website. But a lot of fragrances are exclusive to those stores, but I will hardly ever. You want to get a fake product? Hold on, I know. Let me finish this thought real quick before I answer that. But yeah, order from Amazon is not bad. Okay, there are a lot of better deals you can actually get from Amazon, especially as far as shipping costs. If you order, I mainly order from FragranceNet or FragranceBuy.ca. FragranceBuy.ca is from Canada, so shipping will be a lot more expensive, and it'll also take more time to get there. But you'll find a lot better quality things and more things more available there, and probably at a better price that's comparable, if not less than FragranceNet. But FragranceNet.com is based in the U.S., so if you're in the U.S., shipping won't be as much, and it'll get there quicker. So those two stores are very highly trusted. You won't hardly, I'll say 99.9% of the time, will not get a fake from those stores. Amazon, most of the things that you buy from there, especially things that are very obscure clones, you're probably not going to get fakes of. If you're buying niche or designer things from Amazon, it can be fakes from that. So, but clones, more Middle Eastern exclusive things, and more Middle Eastern made, you're probably not going to get a fake from Amazon at that end. But Mondo said, you won't get a fake probably. Yeah, there's not a market for fake and cheapies, just like I said. So you'll get the real thing for just that reason. Yeah, it just might not be, maybe not as good of a price as like a more well-known online discounter. Even things from Jumbo Shop or perfume box, or even now a Maple Prime, which is like the fragrance version of Amazon. You can think some things from there. I haven't gotten from there yet, but I know Ash been pushing it, and yeah, a lot of things are a very good price and available there. But yeah, more than likely you're not getting a fake if it's a Middle Eastern fragrance from there. But like high-end designers and niches, I would not buy from Amazon. I get from a dedicated and trusted online retail discounter. Santana said, never had any problems ordering from Amazon. Yeah, me either. I've ordered a lot of Lattafa, Maison Alhambra, even some Belcam Parfum stuff from Amazon because it's on there, it's cheap, and a lot of times it's prime, so you get it very quick, and the shipping is, almost not, shipping isn't there because if you have a prime account, unless you get like expedited and things like that. So yeah, Amazon, as long as you're getting clones that, look at the prices. I'm comparing it to other online discounters. You're not going to get a fake, more than likely. I mean, it's very, very low risk. These days, I get most of my fragrances from Fragrance Swap subreddit. And I've thought about that. I know there's a lot of Facebook groups that you can get that you do fragrance swapping. Ash has done that. Omar from School of Sense has done that a lot to a lot of his like higher end, even niche stuff and indie things. And so I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about joining some fragrance swapping subreddits and Facebook groups. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm thinking about doing it. I just don't know if I have anything that, one, that I'm willing to part with, and two, if anybody would want to swap out. Some people just absolutely do not like the fragrances they get, and it could be like the best. Like we look at it and be like, oh man, you got this Creed fragrance, you got this indie fragrance, you got this Initio, this Amouage or whatever, and you're trading it or selling it for like $100 or so because you don't like it. We just think that's unfathomable. But yeah, or even some cheapy stuff, like $20, $15, you're trading it for that. But some people just absolutely do not like the fragrances they get. It doesn't matter how much you spend on it or how good it is. They just don't like it. So yeah, I guess you can find a really, really good price and a good swap deal on that. So yeah. Brian says, hi, how you doing, Brian? Good to see you, my dude. If it's sold and shipped by Amazon, I wouldn't worry. If not, then make sure to check the sellers and read ratings and see what we're saying. Yeah, look and see also who the store is that Amazon is selling from. I'll look and see if it's from Lattafa, I trust it. If it's from Afnan, I trust it. If it's from Maison Alhambra or from Belcam themselves, because you can click those links to see what store it's from. Because, they're sending that to Amazon. Amazon is reselling it for a certain price, for a certain contract or whatever. So, yeah, most of the time, look at the store. If it's from that actual store, it's going to be that actual fragrance. So, I wouldn't worry about it so much. Santana, seeing a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances at Burlington. Again, dude, I'm not around in Burlington. I think the closest Burlington I have is maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So if I go, I will have to save up a lot of money because I'm going to blow it all at that Burlington for that 2 hour trip. But weirdly enough, okay, so I was at Ross last night. I saw some Paris Corner fragrances at Ross in the women's section. I saw Paris Corner Cair Pistachio and Paris Corner Cair Confection. Which I think are both. I've had Cair Pistachio. I've sold it off too. I want to buy it back, but I didn't want to buy it back last night. And I saw the other one. So yeah, there's some Middle Eastern fragrances, especially Paris Corner, popping up at Ross. And I saw some Lattafa, Assad Zanzibar, and Assad, this is a regular Assad, at TJ Maxx. I saw some Cod Lodge at TJ Maxx. I was in a CVS today because I wanted to go in and buy some Joyride. Spoiler, I love Ryan Trahan and all his stuff, but and I'm following along with his 50 states and 50 days thing. But went to CVS to buy some Joyride and looked at their fragrance selection, and they have some designer. They have niche. They had Creed Aventus and Creed Silver Mountain Water, and they had some Middle Eastern fragrances. They had at CVS. They had Lattafa Yara for women and Lattafa Assad. They had, I think, Lattafa Fakar, the women's version, the gold one, whatever, or the rose gold looking one. But they were selling them at full retail, like for $40, $30. And I was like, ain't no way anybody in their right mind, especially those in the know, are going to spend a full retail on that. But it's still very interesting to see that big stores like that are selling Middle Eastern brands and niche. I saw Creed Aventus for $255, which is full retail, but still very interesting, nonetheless. So, Mondo, so as long as you price about 10% lower with shipping, you can sell anything on the Fragrance Swap subreddit. Okay. Best deal I've gotten with 200 ml Dylan Blue and 100 ml Legend EP and Voyage for $50 shipped. Not bad. Okay. Oh, dude. So which ones did you swap out and did you get back, or did you just sell that on the subreddit? So 10% lower shipping. Gotcha. Saw great clearance deals at Ross last night. I saw you post. I saw you comment this on that video, by the way. Chrome Azure for $23, man. And I commented back on this too. Toomey Continuum for 20. You might as well be stealing it at that point, because dude, that is dirt cheap for Toomey. Dirt cheap for Toomey. CK Black, the CKB for 200 mil for 20. I mean, I can see that. I've seen that too. And CK White, probably CKB for $20 for 100 mil. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. But for Chrome Azure and especially the Toomey, man, Toomey, amazing quality. They're a luggage brand, but they make and also they make candles too, by the way. And you can buy those on Fragrance Net. I just now noticed that Fragrance Net has a whole candle selection from niche and designer brands, so check that out. But yeah, they had Toomey candles for like $40-$30, and I really want to buy some. But yeah, Toomey for $20, man, is wild. I've sampled a lot of Toomey. And I only have one full bottle of Toomey Atlas, but I really want to get Toomey Awaken Distilled, or is it Awaken? I think it's Awaken Distilled. Really love that one. I really want to get Toomey, was it 90 Degree, and the other new Toomey that just came out. But yeah, really, really want to get those. Mondo, that deal I got from there was 3 bottles. 3 bottles for $50 shipped. That is wild. That is incredible. Okay, so all from that subreddit. Let me see. Fragrance Swap subreddit. Gotcha. I gotta get them. I'm gonna be on it. Okay, really, really good, man. That is awesome. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm planning on only doing like an hour of stream. So we're at 21 minutes now, so a long time. Because I gotta cut off right at 6. I got some supper to eat and fix and hang out with family and whatnot. But I was wanting to get with it. But yeah, guys, I said this before. I say it again. Probably gonna have a few more of these mobile kind of, or on the phone kind of live streams. Let me know if you're okay with that or not, because if I'm going to try to do maybe another full live stream with the camera and the better quality stuff and the mic and all that. I know the audio probably isn't the best going across. I can't hear it, but I can just guess that it's not. Hopefully the mobile stuff is okay for a while. I'm trying to get better internet. It's just taking a long time. I was hoping that maybe in the time frame that I have with not doing lives, I could get a better or a different internet provider, but it's just not working out that well. So yeah, it may be mobile for a little while if that's okay with y'all. I would have a mic too. I mean, this wouldn't be bad, but if I had a mic, it'd be better. But YouTube does not allow a mic input on mobile, at least through how I usually record my week rotations with. So it just is what it is. But maybe they'll update that sometime soon. Carl, this is my first live stream with you, and I like it. What up, Carl? I'm trying to say it Dentant, but I'll just say Carl if you don't mind. But man, you're a new subscriber. Glad to have you right along, man. Hope you enjoy everything. Again, if you have any questions or any advice or anything, don't be afraid to reach out, man. And my email is linked in my I think in my profile. So if you want to email me too, just let me know who you are, and I'll try to talk back and forth with you as well. Manu said the Facebook groups are worse than Reddit. Really? Okay. So because there are less mechanisms for punishment and detecting scammers. I get you. For example, Fragrance Swap requires PayPal. I got you. For everyone's first 15 sales. I got you. Got you. Which I use PayPal anyway, so that's my trusted thing. I mean, I would not use PayPal. Okay, so I'll just have to use the Fragrance Swap subreddit, so I'll get on that. Yeah, dude. Santana says, so far so good? Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah. I may just have to do this for a little while, just because I love doing the lives. I love being able just to talk to you guys, back and forth without just aside from the video stuff. I like it. It feels more genuine, more personal. So, Carl said that was correct. Awesome, dude. Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you along, dude. Really, really awesome. Hey, and I'm opening up some stuff here in a little bit, so stick around and you can see my first live reactions to these two. I got Polo Sport, the older formulation, and Chrome Legend by Azzaro. Don't have these two, and maybe in a little bit also compare. And I'll probably do a video comparing the new reformulation of Polo Sport with this older formulation of it. Because there's 2 different bottles you can get. There is a blue bottle, a blue box, and a white box. This is the white one. The blue one I think says Polo Sport Fresh or Fresh version, or I think that's what it says. I can get the box in a little bit and see, but yeah, 2 different kinds, and I can tell you how they are. But yeah, guys, and any questions too, things that I picked up, things that I want to pick up. Many things have been happening. I know, like I said, the title is Let's Catch Up. I want to tell you a little bit about, too, how my life's been going so far. As I haven't had a live stream since me and my wife had our baby, and he's now 4 months old, doing really well. He's healthy. He's growing like a weed. He's this is the chillest baby. He is, I mean, just a really good one. I love him to death. My mindset has changed totally different. I could not have seen myself now as a dad, and I wouldn't trade anything else for it, guys. It has been wonderful so far. I mean, it hasn't been like all peaches and cream, but it has been absolutely lovely. I love it, guys. I feel so complete. I feel so full, and just can't help but feel just overwhelming joy every time I look at him. He's cute as a button. I mean, he's just absolutely just he's a dude. He's a real dude. He's gonna grow to be a fine fella. I can tell. But yeah, just been enjoying the dad life so far. That's why I haven't been doing any live streams, but I've been trying to push and upload more and more and more, trying to do more posts. But by the way, those of you who are watching, be looking at the community posts, because I do at least one community post every Tuesday, just to kind of get some interaction, because I like seeing what you guys think about some things, and also give you some updates, and give you, and I'll potentially have you parts of future videos. So recently picked up Rasasi Hawas Ice and Black. Dude, okay, so I do want to get Hawas Black. I mean, okay, I do want to get Hawas Ice, but I really, really, really want to get Hawas Black. And I'm just hoping and praying that they haven't changed any formulation of Hawas Black by the time I'm ready to get it, because the older formulations, the original ones, are like the high oil concentrations. People are saying it's like spraying pure oil on, and I want that. I want that kind of performance, and I just really, really want it, especially how close it is to Nishani Hachivat. I think at some point I'm going to probably buy an actual bottle of Hachivat, which is actually not that bad expensive from Discounter, which recently I bought Nishani Colonis, and I really want to get Saffron Colonis, but which is not cheapies, by the way, but it is a cheap niche in comparison to everything else. But yeah, I've sampled I've sampled Hachivat. I really want to get it. So Hawas Black is probably one of the top ones I want to get. But each from a local discounter. Oh, dude, I really like them. Great quality, longevity. Where'd you pick them up at? Did you pick them up from Ross? Which? Oh, you said discounter. I forgot. So probably just like an online discounter. I know there's a lot of now brick and mortar discounters that are selling Middle Eastern fragrances. I'm really hoping that one of them could pop up around where I am, which is probably going to be very unlikely, but I'm really hoping they do. Congratulations, brother, you got the most important job. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I mean, I can't express, like, if I told myself, like, even more than a year from, like, 2 years back from this day, that how I would feel, I would not believe it. I really would not believe it. It's just, I can't explain it. It's a job position that I can't explain. Like, I can't, the fulfillment that I feel in it. But yeah, dude. But Danny living to, I'm new to the fragrance world. I'm 28. I smelled Tommy Bahama the other day, and I was very impressed. Are the brand's longevity relatively good? Tommy Bahama, quite honestly, is not the best in performance, but as far as quality and scent profile, incredible for the price. Tommy Bahama does not skimp out on their quality of blends and scent profiles. They smell amazing for the price. But the one gripe everyone has is that they don't last as long or project as much. They project pretty well, depending on which ones you get for the first like hour or so, but they die off pretty quick. But again, because they're so inexpensive, you can just keep a bottle with you, keep a decant with you, and just spray up, because the quality of them are really good. I've had some Tommy Bahamas. I just don't get a whole lot of them. The ones I do have, I think it's St. Bart's. Is it St. Bart's or St. Kitts? I think it's St. Bart's. The one that smells like what is it? It smells like a sea salt lime gin. It smells amazing for the summertime. I'm actually gonna put it probably in my rotation for next week. And I also have what is it? Maritime Triumph. Incredible woody, like classy woody oak, a little boozy, but very super smooth, like a summer nighttime club kind of scent. It's really good, but did not expect that for that kind of quality. I mean, for that kind of price. But yeah, no, Tommy Bahama, really good for the price. Like I said, but the performance won't be that bad. But if you're starting off with that, that's amazing to start off with, man. But yeah, look at other brands too. Look at I mean, it's things you can find in rack stores. Look at Mont Blanc. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of Middle Eastern stuff popping up at rack stores now, but look at Mont Blanc. Look at Banana Republic. I love Banana Republic. Almost anything they put out, you're going to like, and they're really good quality, too. And Mont Blanc, Banana Republic. Tommy Hilfiger is still a classic. really any of those, man. But I mean, Middle Eastern stuff is getting better and better with quality and profile and price. That I'd go that way too. But yeah, if you can't pick up any of those for like those cheaper designers, you'll be set, man. My daughter gave birth to my first granddaughter about a month ago. Oh, dude, congratulations, Carl. That is awesome. That is awesome, awesome. I know my mom and dad and my wife's parents are just overjoyed. Which with my in-laws, my wife's parents, this is their first grandchild. My wife is the only child, so this to them is like all news to them, and they're loving it. They're in their grandparent era, and they're just loving it and living it up. But my parents, I have two siblings, an older brother, older sister, and with them, between all of them, there's 5 grandkids. But the youngest grandchild is just turned 14 years old. My youngest nephew, and so my parents haven't had a new grandbaby in 14 years. So us having ours is another like brand new into them too. So all of them, both sides, are just overjoyed and overflowing with love, man. So they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. So yeah, man, congratulations, dude. Congratulations so much. Santana, there are several local discount fragrance shops in my area where I can try and buy. Dude, what are the names of them? Drop some names down to the store so that maybe if I hear about some opening up by me, I can look at it. I know, like there's a mall close by me that's Perfume Villa, or Perfume Villa, however you want to say it, and they have a lot of niche and designer and very cheap, like inexpensive designers, and even some clone brands popping up, but they sell them at full retail, or at least a few dollars under full retail. So I have seen actually some discontinued stuff in their stores, which is when I bought those. But other than that, I haven't really bought anything else from them, unless it's been like, I haven't seen that anywhere else. I got to get it now. Like I bought Prada Luna Rosa Black when it was rumored to be discontinued, and it was an older batch before they did. Because now I found out they have the reformulation, the new bottle, and relaunch and all that. So I'm glad I actually bought a older batch and bottle of that. And I bought Bulgari Men in Black whenever it was also rumored to be discontinued before they had the Parfum release. So I bought those from Perfume Villa, and they were almost full price, like a few dollars under that. So I do regret that, but I'm glad I got them. But yeah, other than that, I haven't seen any discount stores pop up in my area that are like brick and mortar. But yeah, guys, and also if you don't have any questions about anything in my collection, anything I bought new or recent, or anything that I'm really liking so far, let me know. You know, anything you want to look at, any suggestions you want me to give on, hey, what do you think about these fragrances or a fragrance for this situation? Let me know. That's what I'm here for. You know, I'm not saying I'm the best in that situation, or best in that department on giving advice, but I sure try to. I mean, I really try to. But in a little bit, we'll start opening up these and give my first impressions and my thoughts, and maybe even looking up like the note breakdowns on those too. So, yeah, guys, I'm trying to look through the chats, make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, Mondo, my man. I'm going to, as soon as I get done with the live stream, I'm going to look that up. I'm going to join that subreddit, and I'm going to try to see what I can start getting to work on that. I'm kind of hesitant because I haven't done it yet. It's just something to step out on and try out. But yeah, that's with anything in life. So I'm going to try to step out and do that. But yeah, also guys, I have, for those of you who are just joining or you haven't heard me say this already, I have a beginner's perfumery kit coming in. Maybe I can do a live stream where I can do some things with it. It's from Fragrance Apprentice on their beginners one, which is we're starting off with certain aroma, like certain fragrance accords that they get you to mix up and try out with some applicator, like oils. So not starting off from perfumer's alcohol yet, just starting off with oil-based perfumery. Then after that, I want to get the next level of that. But yeah, I'm wanting to get into perfumery just because I want to see if I can make any good fragrances for cheap and maybe sell it, make my own inexpensive fragrance brand. I think it'd be pretty cool. But Carl said, how long you've been into fragrances and reviewing them? So, and this is another thing too. I'll talk about this in the live stream, but again, I have a community post coming out, I think 2 or 3 weeks from now, like maybe the 3rd week in July. There's going to be a post doing a Q&A for all of you to ask certain questions you have, and I'm going to do a dedicated pre-recorded video that I'm going to release, having your questions up on screen and asking that. And if you ask this, I'm going to tell it again in that video, whatever it is. But I'll tell you not now too. I've been in fragrances now off and on for a while. I have that I don't know if it's just ADHD or what it is, but I've been in all kind of different hobbies. And I'll be in it and out of it, in it and out of it. And every time I get out of it, get back in, I get in deeper, and then I'll get out of it, and then I get back in deeper. And so I've been in and out of fragrances for a while. I really didn't get serious. Okay, so I started off in fragrances like in 2015, 2016, and I just got a couple things here and there. And I started watching Gentleman's Gazette. If any of you don't have subscribed to his channel, from Raphael or Sven, whichever name you want to call him, but Raphael's channel, really subscribe to him, especially if you want to get into just men's fashion, and especially, and he has a few things in fragrances as well, and etiquette, things like that. Great channel on that end. But I started watching him, started wanting to redo my whole wardrobe and fashion, how I dress. Wanted to be a little more classy, mature, even though I was only like 19 years old or so, 19, 20. And along with that, I wanted to get into fragrances. Well, I got a few things here and there. I got a few things from Bath & Body Works. That's when Bath & Body Works also sold the brand Sio Bigello, which I want to talk about. And way later, I want to get some of their stuff. They don't sell them anymore in Bath & Body Works, but I want to go buy from their website. And I bought a lot of them. I bought some things from some discounters, like some Burberry Touch, first time smelling Burberry, some other things. And I thought like the designer brands of, fragrances were way out there. I had spent a lot of money. Didn't know anything about discounters. Didn't know anything about the fragrance community. Didn't know anything about Gentsense or any of those channels at the time. Just did a few things here and there. Wanted to smell things that were, whatever I could get my hands on, that was inexpensive. Didn't know anything about rack stores either. Otherwise, I would have bought it up. But I just did a little bit. Wasn't really into it, not in the fragrance community. Then I got out of it and just wore things here and there, And then about 2022, I got back into it a little bit. Got some more Bath & Body Works stuff. Got in and out. Bought a bottle of Tommy Hilfiger Tommy, like a big size bottle, full price at Belk, which was stupid. Again, didn't know about rack stores at the time. And I slowly started getting back into it, but I really didn't get into it to reviewing it and collecting it big until I noticed Parfum Belcam at Walmart. And I was like, man, these smell amazing, and they're very, very cheap. And I was like, what if I started a channel just talking about fragrances like this that people might not know a whole lot about, that I haven't seen a whole lot about? And at the time, I started watching a little bit of Gentsense, and I started buying like things here and there, like Versace blue jeans, and bought like some Stetson stuff, like Stetson Spirit, and bought a few little things here and there. I started watching Jimmy Fragrance like everyone does, and started wanting to see some things that he, I was like, oh, he wears Versace blue jeans, he wears Nautica Voyage, so I bought Nautica Voyage. And then I saw, like I said, Parfum Belcam, and then I was like, what if I made a channel just talking about these more obscure cheapies that I don't see these, bigger fragrance channels talking about. And that's when I started off doing things. And I bought Aspen, I bought Cool Water, realized that there was a similarity between the two, and I did my first video like that. And didn't really plan to get into it big like this. I just did one video every once in a while. I bought Quorum. I noticed downloaded FragranceNet, noticed that this Quorum line that people talk about, because I heard Antonio Centeno from Real Men Real Style talk about, he had a video talking about all these cheapies, and Quorum was in there. And I was like, I wonder how much Quorum is. Well, realized this is very inexpensive FragranceNet, so I bought the whole line. It was like, well, why don't I talk about that on my channel? That I only have one video upload. Why not upload this one? And so that was like in 2023, I believe, like in September, and really didn't do a whole lot through that time. I just posted every once in a while. And then, as time went on, I just was like, what? I saw I could do shorts, so I bought Stetson Spirit, and I sprayed it one day, and I was like, what? I just bought it from Walmart, walked in the door, and it's like, I'm going to do a short video talking about this. So that's what I did. That was my first short video that I did on YouTube, and it just went on from there, And I didn't really get big into it until I started watching more and more and more fragrance content, and then I started collecting more. And the more I collected, and the more I saw that, I was basically training my nose. I was starting to pick out certain things, and I was like, what? I really enjoy this, and I think I'm really picking out certain things. I can get my own commentary on it rather than just looking at someone else do it and then copying and pasting their commentary on it. I can actually give my own take on this. I can actually pick out things. And so I started wanting to do more and more and more, and I started collecting more, and that's really how it went, though. So yeah, if anyone asks, I know I'm stumbling a little bit, but if anyone asks in that Q&A post about how I started collecting and things like that, I will probably give a more well thought out answer and give a better timeline. But that's kind of how I'm thinking, because on the spot it's kind of hard for me to go back and plan and think about how I did it and what came up. But yeah, that's kind of just real quickly how I got started into fragrances. So basically on and off since 2016, you know, but more heavy into it since like 2023. And then I did my first purchase from Fragrance Buy at the beginning of 2023, and it's been on from there, man. I've gone spent no telling how much money getting cheapies and all things like that. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, how I got into it, and I've really trying to, like I said, train my nose more. And so I think that's why I'm wanting to get a perfumery. I'm wanting to really nail it down a little bit more. I do like that you cover the fragrances that are under the radar and the inexpensive ones for us on a budget. Great job. Yeah, man. That's the point of the channel, is covering the world of cheapies, you know? And there's a whole, and which is weird because for a while, you know, I mean, I know cheapies have always been the thing. Not really the thing, but, you know, it's always been like, ah, man, you paid this much for that. That's, you know, crap, and that doesn't smell good at all. But now, cologne fragrances that are inexpensive and cheap are what's trending. It's all over YouTube. It's all over TikTok. All over Instagram. It's everywhere. So it's like inexpensive, cheap fragrances, or at least in the cologne world, are what's trending. It's what's hitting right now. And so it's kind of weird how what used to be taboo, you don't do that, is now like, man, you got to get on this. Don't spend all these high brands. You know, get this instead, kind of deal. But even with that, I don't want to do just colognes, even though that is what YouTube wants me to do. And I noticed that my cologne videos, my dupe fragrance replica videos, all those, when I talk about colognes, are what's trending. It is what YouTube recommends more of. But I really want to get more into the fragrances that kind of get overlooked. They get put in the shadows, you know, that it may smell similar to certain things, but it's not a cologne. It's its own thing. It can stand up by itself. But yeah, and I try to stick to fragrances that are $40 or under. That's what I consider a cheapie. And I know some people consider $50 or under cheapies, which really, with how prices are now in fragrances, really $50 is inexpensive and cheap. But still, some people really can't do that much because you're thinking of half of 100. But if you think of less than half of 100, you really think of cheap and expensive. So I try to keep it at $40 or under. If it goes a tad bit over $40, I'll still include it. You know, like some of like the new releases, like FOMO stuff by FOMO Parfums. Their stuff is a little over $40, but I still consider that cheap and expensive. And plus, the quality is really good on it. A lot of Off and On's new releases, like the new Supremacy line, and even a lot of Armand's Club Nuit line, the new releases are above $40, like a little above. I still consider that cheap and expensive, so that's why I'll talk about it. But anything that's like, or that I recommend, but anything that's like 50 or above, I tend to be a little, you know, wary of. But again, there's a lot of things that I buy, and especially my weekly rotation videos that I'll talk about that are a little more expensive. You know, I don't consider that cheapy, but I do talk about it because I wear it. So, but yeah, there's actually one fragrance that I'm getting in, and I'm very excited about. It's cheapy, and I don't know why I've never noticed it. And I looked up the note breakdown of it, and I was like, this looks incredible. And so when I get it in, I may talk about it in a weekly rotation, so be looking out for it. But there are, I'm almost buying this is almost making me complete one line of fragrances. So I may actually do a review of the whole line. So be looking at that too. We are at 43 minutes in. I want to go ahead and open these up. What do you guys say? What do y'all think I should go ahead and open these up? So you think about it. Let's do this one first. Let's do Polo Sport first, the older formulation of it. So as far as I know, this came out in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. I think like 96, 90, maybe 94 actually. Sometime in the 90s, which is fine with me. I love retro scents. I love it. And this thing, a lot of the time, the cheap fragrances you're going to find, majority of the percentage of them are things that are older releases, things that are from the mid to early 2000s, from the 90s, because they fell out of fashion, they fell out of the public eye and trending, so they are going to drop in price because there's not that much demand for them. But I actually really love the old school fragrances. Hold up. Is this the same one that I got? If this is the same one that I just got, so help me. Where is that old bottle at? Well, it looks like it may be the same one, but I don't know for sure. Hold up. Okay, so bear with me for a second because I gotta make sure I didn't buy the same thing twice. Where is that bottle? You know what? I think I bought the same thing twice. Let's see. I did. I thought I had the blue bottle of this. I didn't. I thought I had the blue the blue box. I didn't. So this is literally the same thing that I have. So I guess I have to resell that. Man, that sucks. Okay, but I'm still gonna spray it. I have a bottle of it, and I do like it though. I've worn this, and I really do like it. I'd have to resell it, which is fine. I don't mind. Or I can keep an extra bottle of it because this is, like I said, the older version of it. I love it. Very, very similar to Aquacorum back here, the yellow top one, the blue bottle right there. You see, if I can point it right there, yeah. Very similar to that, except that is that's I think formulated in partnership with Alberto Marias, or Marias, if I can say that right, Marias. Who also did the whole Aqua di Gio line, the whole Polo Blue line. No, he didn't do Polo Blue line. Carlos Benem, I think, did Polo Blue line, but he did the all the Aqua di Gio line. It smells very similar to that, but I think Aquacorum actually performs better than this. So then I'm going to have some dinner. Cinnadale, Lattafa Hayati Black. Dude, I really want to get that too. Layered with Armand Clinton Untold. And I almost got Clinton Untold this past weekend, but I think I might actually get it from... I might either get it later or get it from my friend Thomas because he's wanting to sell it to me. But my own... Let me see. My own Dumont Nitro Red. Let me see... I'm trying to say... Oh, you layer it like 3 layers? So the top of Hayati Black, Clinton Untold, and Dumont Nitro Red. Dude. That's a beast of a layer if it's 3 of them, man. You got as many layers as a cake. Like, it's going on. Like, man, okay. You smelling good then. I really want to know how that smells, though. But, yeah, dude, have some dinner, eat good, have a good time, have a good night, man. Good to see you on here. But, yeah. Dude, okay, so y'all saw me fail live on camera. Bought the same thing twice. Okay, so when I go back, I'm going to buy the blue one, and I will sometime later do a comparison between the blue box and the white box. But man, no Hayati and Untold. Oh, it's your own Nitro Red thing. Like, you're making your own Nitro Red. I got you. I was like to say, dude, like, if you're layering 3 up, you are like, you're beyond the layering thing. You're like the king of layering. Hayati and Untold smell Nitro Red. I didn't think about that. I mean, I guess, yeah, it makes sense because Nitro Red does have a little bit of Baccarat Rouge kind of thing in it. So basically, yeah, Invictus on top of that. I mean, yeah, that's it. Dude, I want Nitro Red Intense, though, but I'm just having to, I guess I have to go buy it from, is it Perfume Box or wherever has it now online? But yeah, dude, okay, sweet. Get it on, my man. I love Nitro Red, too. I had a sample of it, and I do want to get the, I think I still want to get the Intense one, though, but it's really good. But yeah, guys, okay, I'll go ahead and tell you now, any of you out there, if you love retro stuff or you just want a good cheapie that you don't mind how it smells on that end, Polo Sport, okay? Polo Sport, the white box. This is the older formulation. Fragrance by has it. I knew that, I thought I looked for it one time. I know Nitro Red, the original one, is on there, but I don't think the Intense one's on there yet. Oh, Fragrance by is running a sale? They are. They're running their Canada Day sale. Maybe one day, if this channel gets big enough, I'll be able to have my own discount codes to give y'all for Canada Day and Fragrance by. Because, man, if Fragrance by was a sponsor of me, I'd be in hog heaven, man. It'd be awesome. But, yeah, they are running a sale. I'm going to get something next weekend, too. So, yeah, I'll catch you later, bro. See you, man. Good to see you. I hope you have a good night. But, yeah, guys, Polo Sport, so the white box is the older 90s style formulation. The blue box, which says fresh at the bottom, is the older one. I do want to get that, and I will get make a video comparing the two or talk about it. But yeah, it still smells good. It is very fresh lavender, fresh lavender, a little minty, a little musky. It has a little bit of an aquatic nature to it as well. It is very nice. If you don't mind like an older retro style smell, it's classic. The younger guys might not like it, but for a cheapie, it's really good. It doesn't perform that well. One, because it's a cheapie, and two, well, not just because of that, but one, because it's an older formulation, and two, just the way it's made and all that. It is retro smelling, but it smells incredible. As far as, like, if you want a good, relaxing, calming, fresh, sporty fragrance, This is good. I mean, it's lavender and mint, really good. I love it. I've worn this before while editing. It's just so relaxing. I mean, people use lavender smells to relax anyway, and this is heavy dose of lavender. We just got done talking about lavender earlier with retro styles. This is it. This is a lavender forward one. I just hate that I bought it twice, so I'm gonna have to find something else to do with it. But yeah, I do like it though. It's a good one. It's a classic. So I guess now the only one that's new is this one, Chrome Legend, which I don't have. I have not many Chrome fragrances actually. I have Chrome Azure, I have Chrome Extreme, and I have Chrome Eau de Parfum. Currently, my favorite is up in the air between Chrome Azure and Chrome Eau de Parfum. Love the Eau de Parfum. I do want to get the Parfum. I want to get Pure. I want to get Aqua. I really do want to get those. I have had Chrome United, but I sold it off. Not because I didn't like it, but because I was just wanting to get some extra cash. But I have had that one. I actually reviewed that or talked about that in a YouTube Shorts video from way back in the day. But I have not smelled or tried Chrome Legend. I know it's a 2007 release, which means that I'm going to like it because I love my early mid-2000s style fragrances. And which is weird because someone literally just commented on the video I released yesterday asking about Chrome Legend. So if you're in this chat and you're watching this, you're about to get my first impressions of Chrome Legend. And just like they did with the new bottles of Chrome United, they cheaped out and replaced the cap. It is no longer that square cap. It is this kind of cap here. Used to, okay, so the Chrome Legend bottles actually used to be like a round, almost like the kind of older style Hugo Boss bottles, like the Hugo Dark Blue bottles used to look like. They look like that, like a round with a kind of almost like a mixer style of bottle. But now they switched to the square bottles like the ones now, but they skimped down the cap. The cap weighs absolutely nothing, just like the United one, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind it. Is this one the one that? Okay, no, does not have a scent on it. So Chrome Legend. I'm going to smell it, see what it's like, and see if it's one of my new ones. If I can like this one just as much as the other ones. Ooh, good atomizer. Like, it pushed out, dude. Chrome Legend. I know it's going to be a little fruity. I know it's going to be a little green. Ooh, I smell it in the air. I like it. I already like it. It is loud, too. I have most definitely smelled this on many a people. Many a people. Oh, dude, it has that mid-2000s fresh, clean aesthetic, which just smells clean, masculine. I love it. Okay, I'm going to dry down just a little bit. I kind of want to get into, let's go to Fragrantica real quick, don't we? Go to Fragrantica, we'll look at the initial note breakdown, and Chrome Legend. Yeah, I kind of wish this was the older bottle style. I like the older bottle style, but it is what it is. Okay, let's smell it. Ooh, yeah. It's fresh. Very fresh, citric, fruity, a tad sweet. It's green. A little soapy, too. A little soapy, a little musky. I like this, dude. If he said, you kickstarted my frag addiction with a Rokas mustache, now I'm a frag junkie. I started you off with Rokas mustache? Really? Because, man, Rokas mustache has been hyped for years. So the fact that I was the one that got you on that, I'm actually very honored, dude. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome, too. Yeah, dude. And Rokas mustache is a good, not good one, a fantastic one to get started with. Amazing quality. It still hits. It smells similar to YSL's Tuxedo, but it goes off in a little different direction. And I get a lot more of that orange, that bitter mandarin orange on the top with a good bit of spice in it. The pink peppercorn, really good. And that benzoin vanillic sweetness with warm ambers in it. Oh, dude, it's so good. So classy as well. Like, super, super classy. Yeah, I can see if that was the first one that you smelled or that's what you got kickstarted on, yeah, I can see how it got you into it because that's an amazing one to start off on. Oh, dude, Chrome Legend, this is hitting, dude. And I see this everywhere and just overlooked it every time. I don't know why. So it says, oh, exactly what it says. So fresh, green, fruity, woody, citric, musky. I I'm liking this, dude. I'm liking this so much. There's not a note breakdown in this for some weird reason. The noses behind it is Christophe Renaud and Olivier Pechot, or Pechot. The note breakdown on it, green apple. Yeah, I definitely get the fruity apple in that. Tea, a little aromatic, I guess. Yeah, bitter orange, musk, tonka bean, vetiver, oak moss, cedar, and amber. That seems like a very generic note breakdown, but it's actually a pretty solid note breakdown. Very strong. Yeah, dude, this is good. A lot of people compare it to, of course, the original Chrome a little bit, but actually, people. I mean, there is a little bit of the original Chrome, but more people are actually saying that this is more like some other stuff, man. Like, more like Jaguar Black, which I don't have, and I've almost gotten it so many times. Bond number 9, the Andy Warhol Montauk edition. Armoff's Italiano Uomo. Some other stuff, man. Supremacy in Heaven. Supremacy in Heaven, I think, is closer to, what is it, Silver Mountain Water, so maybe not. People say Invictus Legend. I actually do get the Invictus Legend thing on this a little bit. Hey by Alfred Song. I do get that, but this is way better than Hey by Alfred Song. Alfred Song, Hey, is one of the worst blind buys I've ever done. It smells exactly like hairspray. There's no redeeming qualities in that. I think I still have the old bottle. I just didn't throw it away yet. I just use it as a reference. But yeah, it does smell like that, but way better. Way better. Versace's Hatem or Hatem, what do we call it? I would say it smells like Chrome Azure and the original Chrome. Yeah, I say that. This is good though, man. Chrome Legend, 2007 release, but really good. I wonder if when they redid the bottle, redid the top, they also redid the formulation. So it may smell a tad bit more modern now than what it used to back in 2007. Let me go back to the chat real quick. It smells great. I'm smelling the air right now. It smells fantastic. Jahoni says Target has a line called Finery. Yep, I already know, dude. Under $30 and sell them in samples. So Target has Finery for women and Finery now a new line for men. And I've gone many times and missed the one for men. So, and apparently the one for men, they're cloning all kind of stuff. Of course, Creative Ventus and Invictus and probably 1 million and things like that. But yeah, I really want to get a hold of that. I've bought some of the ones for the women's side, and I've given them most of them to my wife because she enjoys them a lot more. But some of them I have kept. I've kept Not a Cherry. I really like that one. I actually think I gave that off to somebody. But I bought their Wandering Nomad one, which is a clone of Byredo's. Is it not Gypsy Water, but Nomad something Nomad. But anyway, it's a weird kind of dry, woody, spicy fragrance that I don't know if I like yet. But yeah, very interesting. Yeah, Finery by Target, really good. But now, I actually have seen some Finery fragrances resold at TJ Maxx. So check out those as well because they're selling them for like $20, $25. Way cheaper than what Target sells it at their full-size bottles. So yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this one, man. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to wear this next week in my next week rotation. So I literally have like a Chrome fragrance I'm wearing almost every week in a rotation. So I'm wearing this one next week. Along with some other stuff as well. But yeah, dude, yeah. This is nice. Chrome Legend. If you get a chance to see it. I think I picked this one for $29.99. So if you see it for that price or under, definitely recommend it. It is a 2007 release, but I'm pretty sure they reformulated it since they redid the bottle and everything. It smells a lot more modern now. Really, really nice. Really, really good. I can't really say anything off the top of my head that it reminds me of, aside from just Chrome in general. Like, it smells like Chrome Azure mixed with Chrome, the original. It's good, man. It's good. It is clean. You know what? It has... I'm starting to pick up more of a mossiness in this. And there was like a note hierarchy on there that had earthy, and I can see that. I'm getting a little bit of a ambery warmth earthiness in this now, a little bit of an aromatic feel as well. Good, man. A little bit of that fruity sweetness is still going in there, but a lot of green freshness, a lot of like a ozonic, musky freshness in this. This is nice. I imagine on skin, this thing is going to be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Well, I see that we've reached the hour mark now, so I'm going to be ending it probably here in just a little bit. Oh, dude. Really good. Really, really good, man. I'm loving it. Really, really nice. Let me see how everything is looking so far. Making sure I'm up to date on everything on the chat. Alright, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can refresh anything, but I think I'm up to date so far. So far. But yeah, guys, we're at the hour mark now. Again, just finished smelling this. Anyone who hasn't chimed in yet. Any last questions, any last remarks before we sign off on this one today? Let me know. Thanks, man. Good live stream. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Yeah, I'm going to try to do, for those of you who are here, and I hate that Santana had to leave before that, but for those of you who are here, I'm going to try to do one live stream a month. More than likely, it's going to be at the last Saturday of every month. If I can try to keep that on a schedule, again, not for sure. It may be the second to last live stream, second to last Saturday. It just depends on how my Saturdays go, if I'm out and about, having to do something else or not. But I'm going to try definitely one live stream a month. More than likely, it'll be on my phone until I can get my internet more up to date to handle the OBS stream and everything from my computer and my main camera. But hopefully that's okay. Carl said, good live stream. Looking forward to another one. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Carl. You too, my man. And dude, go enjoy that grandbaby. Have a good time. Have a good night wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a good one, man. Relax, take it easy. But yeah, try to have at least one live stream a month. And more, like I said, more likely on the phone, and try to keep it. If I can project out, it'll be at it'll be the last Saturday of every month. But yeah, trying to see how everything's going so far. And I know I'll have to touch the screen here a little bit to end the live stream, so hopefully that will be okay and won't be too jarring. But yeah, guys, any of you who are watching after the fact on the recorded version of this on the channel, comment below, and I'll still see your comment. I'll try to reply back to you. Anything you want to say, anything you want to ask, I'll still reply back to you. I just hate that you couldn't be here for the live main thing. But yeah, we're going to be ending up here in a little bit. Always, Scots Gaelic for good night. You know what? I'm going to look that up and see how to pronounce that, because that's cool. I'm also really I'm another weird side hobby. I enjoy learning other languages, and so I will definitely learn how to say that to you. So every time I see you, I can tell you that. But yeah, dude, awesome. Good night, my man. Hope you have a good one. Hope you enjoy it. And dude, let me know what other fragrances that you're getting. You know, if I'm getting you into the game now, let me know what you're picking up, what you're enjoying. I'd love to hear back from you on that. That's awesome. Scots Gaelic. I want to learn Gaelic, dude. It's in my heritage. You know, I have a lot of Scottish and Irish heritage in my family. So, and actually my last name is Bowen, which I think it's Scottish. I think it's Scottish heritage. But yeah, dude. Awesome, dude. Really, really awesome. But yeah, guys, about to sign off here in a little bit. Again, any last things you want to say, go ahead and comment it. Again, those of you who are still on here, who are listening or watching, be keeping up and looking every Tuesday, which next week won't be on a Tuesday, next week will be on a Friday, but every Tuesday I try to put out a community post, just getting some involvement. I'll either put out a post asking a question, wanting you to comment, or put out the Q&A thing, or what is it, the polls where I'll ask a thing and say, which one of these do you think, or try to see the percentage of people who prefer these things, prefer that thing, or to see what you want to do next or whatnot. So I put a lot of community posts every week. So be looking out for those, because some of those things that I'm going to start putting out in community posts are going to be your involvement for the next video. There's going to be one coming up where I'm going to be slowly getting you to help me decide what I'll wear for a weekly rotation. There's going to be one that's going to be a Q&A for a later video for you to ask me questions that I'll put your comments with your name on it in a video and answer the question. You know, a pre-recorded one. I'll take more time answering it, you know, going into it. But yeah, guys, be looking out for those. I try to put out shorts when I can. I'm really kind of stumped on how to do my shorts. I'll definitely put out like summary or rehash videos on you know, shorts, redoing over like a summary video of a Friday main video that I do. But I also want to put out some that talk about a single fragrance or something that I put out. But I'm trying to find the way to utilize those shorts the best. And so yeah, I'm trying to get more involvement, trying to get more things in. I know thanks to all of you out there. We know we're getting up on the subscriber count, and I couldn't be more thankful and appreciative. I mean, really, for like we're at 2,300 subscribers right now. I never would have started this channel thinking that we could have even got that much, you know. And I know it's not as much compared to all the other bigger channels, but who knows? Maybe one day it will be. Maybe one day it can be something I do full time. If not, I'll love doing this just as a hobby, just as a side thing, just as a, you know, to have community, to have you guys reach out to and talk to and all that jazz, and just put out things for all of you to enjoy. But yeah, I love fragrances. Again, I'm also going to try to get into perfumery a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. That'll be like another side quest adjacent to collecting. But yeah, guys, I really enjoy it. Really thank you guys for being here. Chrome Legend is a hit. I'll be wearing it next week. Yeah, it's really good. It's so good. It is a masculine, freshy, like man's kind of freshy, perfect for spring, summertime. But yeah, guys, about to end it here in a little bit. About to go fix some supper and or dinner, depending on which area of the country you're in, what you call it. But I'm about to go fix some supper and spend some time with the wife and baby, have a good time, watch a movie, watch Ryan Trahan's videos I got to catch up on with his 50 states in 50 days. And but yeah, guys, I really appreciate all of you for being here, all of you that are watching, and all of you who are watching after the fact. Comment and let me know who you are. I really do. I really am thankful for all of you in the community. I enjoy collecting cheapies, enjoy collecting this whole thing, and I have a lot of things that I'm planning, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, thank you for being here, and I will see all of y'all in the next video. So I guess the next thing will be the weekly rotations on Monday, so definitely be looking for that weekly rotation video coming on Monday. It'll be the 26th one, and I'll talk about a whole good slew of ones that I've worn all through the week, so you definitely don't want to miss that one. But yeah, guys, thank you for being here and for watching. I appreciate all of you.